First game, you know most of the kids from last year, but just different alignment.
So Will Doucette has it, and over to Carr. Carr loses it. Back comes Taunton, able to throw that in. That's Mendez. He throws it in, and a good stop there by Matt Wright, and he'll deflect that into the crowd. And face-off will be in the Canton zone. So a quick goal by Joe Ryan off the rebound on the shot by Teddy Schulman. 14 seconds into the game, Canton up 1-0.
That first line's been tough first couple of games. Ryan, Elric, and, it's usually Gillis, but they come out flying.
So Taunton now throws it back into the Canton zone. And Canton trying to move it up as they do get it out of the zone. Dickey trying to get that loose puck. And puck right out in front. And tied up there by Pellerin. So that was Cam Washburn on that one, right in front of the net. And along with Liam Conley trying to get that loose puck, but Pellerin able to tie that one up. So first unit for Canton out there again. Joe Ryan, he's going to win that one. It's going to go back to Labanera, over to Schulman. Schulman takes a shot. That's going to go just wide. Good hit there by Gershny. And he has it now. He's going to slide it back to Ryan, over to Schulman. Tries to go rink wide with it. Oh, and that's stopped by Labanera. He comes in, takes the oh no, nice backhand. He tried to hit Elric just out of his reach. Not sure Elric was expecting that one.
He wasn't ready for it, but still chipped it back in the zone.
So Ryan has it now. Joe Ryan on the sideboards. Ryan comes out with it, goes into the circle, tries to cut through, tries to get through 3 or 4 Taunton players, can't get through. Elric has it now. He'll circle back. Elric tries to get it out in front. Gershny can't control. And Canton along the sideboards. Oh, and there's a shot by Porter. And that'll go back out to center ice now, so Canton will regroup. Doucette has it. Gets it over the line as Canton gives chase now. And Taunton able to break it out. Taunton, Varelli, he'll just throw it down deep as Will Doucette will pick up the loose puck. And Canton will try and break it out as they come into the Taunton zone. Taunton able to take that loose puck. They're going to try and move it out. Good forechecking by the Bulldogs. And they get it out into center ice and into the Canton zone as Doucette has it. He'll throw it up the sideboards as Canton does move it down into the Taunton zone. They're going to go for a change.
Yeah, a few new numbers out here, Pete, huh? This last scrambled line together here.
There's a couple. There's a few. Coach Schulman's not making it easy on us tonight.
No.
So,
but 21 is Travis Thomas' younger brother, Chase, also of the golf team, championship team.
So,
that's a different one.
So, behind the net now, Will Doucette will take it out. He does get it out of the zone to O'Brien. Now Dickey has it, tries to cycle it back to O'Brien. O'Brien stops. That stopped at the point there. Canton able to keep it in on a big save by Pellerin. As that was a good shot on net by Cam Lyons, number 18 from the point, just a freshman. And Pellerin able to tie that puck up. 10 minutes left in the first period. 1-0 the score. Howard on the faceoff. He's out there with O'Brien and Dickey, with Schulman and Labanera on defense. They're going to throw that around. Howard on the forecheck. Now Dickey has it. He's going to try and get it back to the point. Gets it to Howard. Howard has it on the sideboards. He's going to take it behind the net. He's checked. Howard still has the puck, though. He comes out with it. He's going to get it back to Schulman at the point. Schulman has it. He takes the shot, and that's blocked in front. Blocked by LaChance. He's going to take it out of the zone, and he's going to dump it down deep. Good stop there behind the net by Wright. leaves it for his defense. Schulman with a nice pass up to Howard. Howard comes in. He gets it over to Dickey. Dickey throws it right out in front, gets it to Labanara, and there's a score! And that's O'Brien, Colin O'Brien with the second goal of the night as Canton able to get the puck into the Taunton zone and some good passing. And Colin O'Brien right there in the slot area takes a shot and puts it by Pellerin.
Trailing the play, too. You know, kind of worked out that way. He didn't jump on the zone quick, but the rebound kicked right out for him.
So face off at center ice. Canton up 2-1 here. Only 9 minutes left in this first period. Only a few minutes into the period, I should say. So Canton in control at this point. Shane Kelleher trying to get the loose puck along with Washburn. Washburn tries to throw it down. Now Kelleher on him. He's going to forecheck along with Liam Conley, but that's stopped. Oh, tried to get into Kelleher. It's going to go back to the point. Kelleher tries to, almost got his stick on it as Conley got a tip, but he was broken up. That's going to go back to the point just outside the line, so Canton's going to have to clear. On the forecheck is Kelleher. That's going to go back to the point. That's kept in. Taunton finally gets it out as Liam Conley has it now. Conley's going to try and throw it down deep, and he does. Taunton trying to move it around as Joe Ryan on the ice now. And Will Doucette tries to throw it in, but he's broken up. Grady Carr has it now. He's going to gain the line. Carr throws it into the middle. Oh, tried to hit Ryan, but that's broken up as Gershny tried to get control of that one. And Taunton's going to throw it down into the Canton zone. Canton's going to start out with it out of their own zone. Doucette has it. He tries to split the defense. He goes through. Oh, nice little move. Throws it out in front. Tries to hit Ryan. Just couldn't connect there. And back comes Doherty for Taunton. He's going to throw it all the way down. It's stopped there by Wright behind the net again. Grady Carr throws it around. Canton trying to move it out. Carr has it. Gets through center ice into the Taunton zone. Grady Carr, he'll stop. He'll take a look. He throws it right out in front. Nobody there at that point. And there's a shot on net by it was number 21, Porter. Took that shot. And a good stop there by Pellerin. And Taunton decides we're just going to get rid of that puck and throws it down the length of the ice.
Canton's going to have to spread out a little bit. They're all in front of the net. It looks like Taunton's got 4 guys like boxed in on a penalty down low. So when Canton kind of figures that out, Taunton better watch out.
So Howard now has it on the faceoff. Dickey trying to get control. That's going to go back to the point. Can't be kept in by Labanara. Now Schulman has it. Schulman tried to hit Dickey in the middle. Couldn't connect, and back comes Taunton. Varelli has it. He throws it down deep. That's stopped there. Braden Dickey has it. He goes cross ice to Howard. Howard has it. He's got O'Brien breaking in, but just a little bit offside as O'Brien just a half a stride ahead.
That was questionable, yeah. Keep it playing. Keep that play moving.
So face-off will be just outside the Taunton zone. 6 minutes left in this first period. 2-0 the score. Canton getting on the board 14 seconds into this game. And it's been all Canton so far. So Howard has it now on the sideboards. Tries to get it into Colin O'Brien, who scored the second goal. Howard on the forecheck. He's trying to... O'Brien now along with Dickey. Good play there by Howard, but just kicked out of the zone. And Schulman will start out with it. He gets into the zone. Oh, big hit there. Schulman almost gets into the Taunton bench as he took a hit, but able to get it in the zone. Howard now on the sideboards along with O'Brien. O'Brien tries to move it in. Dickey has it. He takes a shot. That's blocked in front. Braden Dickey has it now. He's going to cycle it around the net. As Canton looks like they could use a change. They've been out there for a little bit. And they'll get it now as this will not be icing, though. Labanara gets it over to Schulman. Canton gets all fresh legs out there. Goes cross ice to Labanara. And Taunton's able to get it out. So Canton has to regroup in their own zone. Brandon Morris, he'll start out with it. And Canton trying to move it up. Gould. And Canton trying to move it around. Can't quite get it out in front of the net. Porter tried to throw it out. Now Gould behind the net. He gives chase. He stops, goes the other way. Along with Flood. And Taunton able to get it out and into the Canton zone. Good stop there by Wright. Nice stop as he was able to control that rebound, get it to the corner too. Good stop with, you don't get a lot of action in these games, Sean, the goaltender, but that was a good stop.
He's got a lot of games where there's been minutes of no action, and then he comes up big. It's hard as a goalie. You play. You just, I don't mean standing there, but waiting.
I used to. And back comes Canton. Oh, that was number 19. Kevin Gould almost got through. Just broke it up there. So Taunton trying to move it out of their own zone. Almost intercepted again by Shane Kelleher, just out of his reach. So back comes Grady Carr. He gains the line, gets to the top of the circle. Carr has it in the corner. He's going to try and leave it. Leaves it for Washburn. Washburn now battling for it behind the net. Kelleher on the sideboards along with Washburn. That's going to pop down over to Morris, and now that'll be thrown out, or no, stays in the Canton zone. Kelleher, that'll go over to Ducetti, takes a shot, and a good save there by Pellerin, and he'll deflect that into the crowd.
Coach running his 4 lines right away. I think he's got everybody dressed because this is a hot game, so you can dress the whole lineup, and I think he did. I think still some of these kids are having a tough time with the flu going around.
So face off in the I want to say Stoughton in the Taunton zone.
Close, Black.
We had a doubleheader here. The girls played Stoughton early on.
Same colors.
And they were victorious, 5-0. Canton up 2-0 in this first period. The first unit for Canton out there. Elric has it, back to Schumann. Schumann steps in, he tried to hit Ryan in front, just out of his reach as he tried to thread the needle there. Joe Ryan behind the net. Now Gershny has it. Gershny tried to do the give and go to Ryan, back to Gershny, but that was broken up. And back comes Mattos for Taunton. They throw it down deep. Canton trying to gain control in their own zone. And they do. Labanara has it now. He's going to start out with it. Gets it up to Gershny. He goes rink wide over to Schumann. Teddy Schumann, senior captain. And he has it behind the net. Schumann still has it. He goes out in front with it. Now Elric has it. Elric, he looks. He takes shot. He scores on the pass to Dickey. Elric to Dickey. And he makes no mistake. Lets it go. Not much Pellerin could do on that one.
Well, that was all set up behind the net by Elric. Well, Teddy Schumann getting the puck in the zone, and Elric behind the net just waiting for somebody to get open. And he got it to Dickey, and that was it.
I'll tell you, Elric behind the net, he's so dangerous.
Shifty.
He's got his head up, and he could be looking the other way, and goes the opposite direction with the pass. I'll tell you, and he saw Dickey right there
too.
And Dickey made no mistake. He came right up, took that shot, a one-timer almost, and put it past Pellerin. So again, not much he could do on that one. 3-0 the score. 2 minutes left in this first period here at the Metropolis Rink, and the doubleheader, girls and the boys today. Great to see both teams able to play at the rink today, John.
They should do it more often.
They absolutely should.
Seems like they don't. You get the crowd, you get a couple of hangovers, both ways, early, late. Watch. Girls don't draw a lot of crowd unless you're a parent or you know somebody.
So Howard has the puck. Howard tries to get control. He's broken up. And back comes Valerie, but broken up by Howard again. Now Carr has it. Carr gets over the line, tries to hit Howard, can't. Canton in the middle of a change, and back comes Mendez. Mendez takes the shot. On a big save by Wright. Big stop there by Wright as Canton giving up the puck in their own zone in the middle of a change, but still can't give up the puck like that in your own zone. Grady Carr now has it behind the net. Tries to hit O'Brien. It's going to go behind the net now to Cam Lyons as he tries to throw it up. Canton does move it out of the zone. Howard will take it and throw it down deep as Canton gets a wholesale change here. Chase Thomas has it. He comes right out front. He takes a shot. Pellerin with the save. Oh, Chase Thomas. Yeah, I'll tell you, we called that name all last year. And
Same number.
Same number, too. And Chase Thomas now comes right out from behind the net. I'll tell you, just a freshman.
Another member of the golf team as a freshman played.
Excellent. Good for him. I mean, that's awesome. Good to hear. Good to see. And I'll tell you, he came right out from behind the net. I thought he was going to put that one in. Flood now, but that goes over to Chase Thomas out front. But that's broken up. Thomas has it. He goes in. Sorry, that's Porter. Porter almost went in, and Pellerin tries to knock that. There's Thomas. He gives it over to Porter. Porter, he'll throw it behind the net. That's broken up. As Taunton trying to break it out. Smith throws it up the boards. He picks up his own pass, but he's broken up. 18 seconds left in this period. Back comes Schulman. Schulman takes a shot, and there's a save by Pellerin as he was trying to go top shelf with it. And Canton in the Liam Conley tries to throw it out in front. That's blocked, and that will just about do it in this period as the buzzer sounds. And Canton up 3-0, and I would say well in control in this game, John.
Yeah, they are. Taunton, I don't mean impressed with Taunton. They've played better than years in the past. They got that number 8 he gets the puck. They've kind of broken out of the zone there. I mean, they have no choice. They're clogging up the middle. They got 4 guys right in front of the net. But if Canton figures it out and they spread it out a little more, but they're loaded. Four lines. They can run 4 lines. You're going to wear any team out, especially in the 3 periods.
So Canton started out this game 14 seconds into the game. Joe Ryan puts Canton on the board on the rebound there from Teddy Schulman on the point. Takes a shot. Pellerin let the rebound out, and Joe Ryan right there. So 14 seconds in the game kind of tells you how this game's going to go, and it definitely has. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with second period action. Welcome back, hockey fans, here at the Metropolis Rink. Pete DeSisto along with John Marconi, bringing you all the exciting action as the Bulldogs take on the Tigers of Taunton High School. And John, everything we thought it was going to be 3-0. The score, Bulldogs up here as Joe Ryan, 14 seconds into the game, scores the first goal that kind of set the tone going forward in that first period. But I'll tell you, Matt Wright had a couple good stops. Taunton got some shots on net, and he made a couple good saves.
Yeah, it is good. So another little caveat to this team. I actually went to the game as U18 state champions. They won up in Medford one Sunday afternoon. I want to say sometime in November, so pretty good showing.
Yeah.
I think every kid that's out here now that was a junior or senior or the right age group, all at the game. It was very, very good game. And,
so Steve and I were talking about the how in the last game how good Canton High School fall sports did this year.
Ooh.
We were talking about Lauren Raffetto, who big state champion track and field runner, right?
Yeah.
She was. You read about her every week in the Canton Citizen, and you get the golf team that won Division II, the state title, which is awesome. And like
Football
you said,
team had a great
year.
year.
Three golfers here. Football team had a great year. Field hockey had a great year. So good to see Canton sports doing good. It's so good for the town, good for the kids, and it's just it's all good stuff that happens. So Canton with the puck in the Taunton zone. This Schumann gets it into Elric. Elric has it go to the front to Ryan. He just couldn't get the shot off as Taunton now trying to move it out. But Ryan over to Gershny has it now. He'll throw it into the corner. Cam Gershny behind the net. He tries to throw it out. Elric now gets it back to Schumann at the point. Elric throws it. Elric has it, I should say. He'll tries to get it back to Schumann, but he couldn't keep it in. Teddy Schumann now takes it over the line, gets it over to Elric. Elric has it. Tries to hit Gershny. Schumann down deep. He takes a shot. Now Elric has it. He takes a shot, and Pellerin with the save again. Good stop there by Pellerin.
Elric's got that shot point blank there. I don't mean standing still, but he can get that off at any point in time.
So Canton with the faceoff in the Taunton zone. Howard on the faceoff out there with Dickey and O'Brien as Coach Schumann necessary to mix the lines up tonight. He's got the flu bug going around the locker room, so he's got a few kids out tonight. So we wish them well. Howard tries to get it. Now Grady Carr will throw it down deep.
He's going to call icing on that.
He's going to call icing as he wasn't quite over the center ice line. So Canton will get called for icing on that. That'll come back into the Canton zone. Face off to the right of Matt Wright.
Who do we got here? Same. Nope. He hasn't
Howard.
switched up the lines yet, at least for the period.
Howard on the face-off with Dickey and O'Brien. Grady Carr and Doucette on defense. Doucette has it. He's going to slide it over to Carr. Carr has it now. He'll start out with it. He's got a little bit of running room. Gets it up to Howard. He loses control. That'll go back into the Canton zone. Doucette will start out with it again. Slides it over to Carr. Carr throws it up. That goes up to O'Brien. Now Dickey has it at the blue line. He tries to feed it into Howard. Just deflected by the defense. Howard has it. Gets it to O'Brien. Back into Howard. Oh, he tried to hit Dickey. Just got his stick lifted up by the defense. So went back to the point. Can't able to keep it in. Howard has it again behind the net. Howard now trying to move it out from behind the net. And Dickey now along with O'Brien. O'Brien, he steps out with it. Comes around the net. Gets it back to Carr over to Doucette. Doucette into Howard. So Canton moving that puck very well in the offensive zone. They're going to throw it out in front. That's going to go back to Grady Carr. Makes a nice move. Grady Carr is broken up as Dickey now tries to get it. So Canton able to keep the puck in the Taunton zone.
Yeah, no real shots, but they're moving the puck in the zone back and forth, either blocking it or...
So O'Brien has it now. He's going to drop it for Carr, but that's broken up. And Taunton finally able to get it down into the Canton zone. They're going to get a wholesale change. Canton's got some running room here. Grady Carr, he's going to get it over to Young. And that's going to go up to O'Brien, who's still on the ice. As Canton trying to get some fresh legs out there. That's going to go back to the point. And there's a shot on net by Morris, and Pellerin able to make that save.
A little change here this year. Liam Conley last year, 5th or 6th defenseman. He's out on forward, getting a regular shift. You know, I don't know if he beefed up a little, got his legs in shape, but he's played very well on this line.
So Washburn on the faceoff, he's going to win that draw. And Canton has it in the offensive zone. Young throws it in. As Taunton able to break it out of their zone finally, they're going to dump it down into the Canton zone. As Morris trying to get it. Now Washburn has it. He's going to slide it up. Liam Conley now will start out with it. He's going to come out of his own zone. Nice pass up to Washburn. Washburn has it, and he's going towards the net. He throws it towards the net. Tries to hit Kelleher. Puck out in front. Pellerin able to tie it up as this line for Canton doing some damage, trying to get, they got a couple shots on net and able to get that puck deep into the Taunton zone.
I mean, the goalie's played well. He's had a lot of shots on him. You know, some of the high quality ones have gone in, but he's keeping them in the game right now. It's 3-0, but Canton's outplaying him.
First unit for Canton out there now. As that puck's going to go down into the Canton zone. This will not be icing. Joe Ryan, he's going to leave it there for Schumann. Schumann will start out with it. Teddy Schumann, the senior captain, he's going to get it up to Gershny, who's runs into the referee. So that'll go back to Labanera. Labanera starts out with it with Schumann. He's going to go cross ice with it. Almost intercepted there.
Should have been.
By Taunton, but back comes Schumann now. He gets it up to Elric. Elric with a full head of steam. He goes in, he takes a shot. Pellerin with the save, and that's going to be iced by Taunton. Good play there by Taunton, though, John. Canton had all 5 players down deep, and, you know, they knew just get that puck out of the zone.
Yeah, they had to. Teddy Schumann with a giveaway there to number 8. I think he's probably their leading scorer, their best player, but he kind of mishandled it, luckily, because he would have walked in alone.
So on the faceoff is Ryan. First unit for Canton still out there. Gershny and Elric. Gershny throws it out front, and that's intercepted. So back comes Taunton now. Taunton's going to dump it in right, directs it to the corner. It goes back to the point now. Ryan intercepts. He's broken up. Valerie takes it, but he's broken up now, and Canton able to move it up. Labanera steps in. He steps into the faceoff circle, takes the shot, and that's blocked in front. Gershny tries to cycle it down, but that's intercepted by the Taunton defense. And back comes Taunton again. They'll dump it down deep. So Canton not able to keep sustained pressure in the Taunton zone. So Coach Schumann puts some fresh legs out there.
And he's probably reading them the riot act to get some shots off, not just throw it around.
So this will be icing on Taunton as they throw it all the way down into the Canton zone. 9:24 left in this second period. 3-0 the score as Canton playing very well tonight in this Hockomock League.
Yeah, first one for Canton. It looks like Taunton's already played a Hawk game against Mansfield. They had a tie last week or the other night, 4-4.
So back comes Taunton now. They're going to move it out of their own zone. Oh, and big hit there. Big hit by Grady Carr. Carr has it now. He's going to try and start it out of his own zone. Banks it off the boards. He's going to get it up. Flood throws it up, but that's intercepted. That's going to be shot in on right. He's going to direct it to the corner. And Canton trying to move it out, and they finally do. as Flood on the forecheck. He's going to Taunton trying to move it into the zone. They do. They get it in. They take a shot on a big save by Wright. Big stick hand save, and he deflects that into the netting. But I'll tell you, Canton getting a little bit sloppy there in their own zone and giving up that puck.
Too easily tonight. Too easily.
So face-off in the Canton zone. Howard on the face-off. He's out there with Dickey.
We got a souvenir
O'Brien.
puck up here, Pete, that came up high on that one.
There you go. I'm going to take that home. And O'Brien almost fed by Dickey right in front, and that's going to be a turnover in the Taunton zone. Taunton comes back with it. They're going to throw it down deep as Canton trying to move it out of the zone. Dickey now. Howard. That's going to go up to Dickey. Dickey with some speed. He's going to go try and lean in. He's going to try and cut into the net. He does. Oh, and he's tripped up. And there's a goal. Oh, man. Braden Dickey cuts towards the net, goes right around the defense, brings it out in front. And I believe that's Colin O'Brien with the goal. That'll be his second goal of the game. Yeah, we can call that a garbage goal.
That's a Phil Esposito goal all over that, standing in front of the net. And
we'll give Dickey did all the work.
He did.
You know, we'll give him that. But,
Billy would have been proud of that. Bill Dickey would have been, his grandfather would have been proud of that.
Absolutely. And Colin O'Brien, right place, right time, right?
Those are good goals. In 2 years, that'll be the greatest goal he ever scored.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, there's no pictures on the score sheet. You know what I mean? So Canton up 4-0 here, and back comes Ryan. First unit out there for Canton. Gershny has it, tries to slide over to Ryan. Oh, Elric with the shot on net, and a big save by Pellerin. Schumann tries to throw it in. Ryan now has it. He'll cycle it down to Gershny, back up to Ryan, who's going to get it back to Labanara. He's going to try and fire it in. That's picked up by Ryan. He takes a shot. No good stop by Pellerin. Labanara now will throw it around the boards. Ryan has it. He'll try and get it down deep. That'll go back to Schumann. Over to Labanara. He steps up. He takes a shot. Oh, tipped by Gershny, but just went wide. And Taunton once again fires that puck all the way down to the Canton zone to relieve that pressure.
A little more sustained pressure with that line, with some, we'll call it quality shots on net, you know, getting to the net. Before they were just kind of throwing it around, but Taunton's holding their own out there. They're just clogging that middle. You know, there's not a lot of, you can see it from this end, there's not a lot of open shots on the point. There's a lot of guys in front of the net.
So Washburn on the faceoff, he's going to win that one, and Conley's going to go after it. And that's kept in by Grady Carr. As Taunton trying to move it up, and they do. They get it out of their own zone, but that's intercepted there by Conley, and he's going to fire it down deep. Kelleher on it now. Kelleher throws it in front. Can't connect in the middle with Conley. Canton will start out with it in their own zone. Doucette gets it up to Conley. Conley's going to dump it in. Doesn't get it all the way down. Canton delayed offside, so they have to clear the zone. Back comes Taunton, and nice shot on net, and a good save there by Matt Wright. That was number 8, Jamie Valerie, leading scorer for Taunton there, and he took a good shot. Tried to use the defense as a screen, but Matt Wright saw it all the way.
He can move the puck pretty good up and down. I just don't think he has a lot of help out there.
So Porter on the faceoff. He's out there with Chase Thomas and John Flood, and back comes Canton now. Will Young has it. He loses that one, and Canton has to regroup in their own zone. Morris.
Almost a giveaway.
Almost a giveaway. Is a giveaway. In comes Taunton. Broken up, though. Good play there by Flood. He was able to break up that pass. So Canton, again, just a little bit sloppy in their own zone. Porter now has it. He's going to move it up. He gets it up to Flood. Flood's going to dump it in, but that stopped at the line, and back comes Taunton again. Taunton, they'll take that shot. That's blocked. Canton able to get that loose puck. Flood has it. He gets it up to Thomas. Thomas takes a shot, and that's going to go just wide. It's kept in by Porter. As Canton going for a change. Taunton's got a little bit of running room here. Valerie has it. He's going to dump it in. And a good save there by Wright again. Good stop. And he's able to tie that one up. As that was number 7, Doherty came in, took the shot, and a good save by Wright. As Canton able to get a change here. So the second unit for Canton, Howard, O'Brien, and Dickey. They scored the 4th goal.
They scored a bunch of goals this line. O'Brien's got 2, right? Dickey's got 1.
Yep. Face-off puck is in the Canton zone. Valerie has it. He tries to throw it out. Can't connect there with Dickey. Now Dickey comes out of the corner with it. He'll come through center ice. Braden Dickey with a lot of speed. Held on to it just a little too much. And,
little dipsy doodle at the blue line there. You got to go.
One of his line mates offside. So 4:47 left in the second period. 4-0 the score. Canton well in control of this game. Hockomock League game here, very important. So Canton needs to continue to press on Taunton. Schulman now over to Labanera. Labanera is going to start out with it. Tries to hit Howard. Goes to Dickey. Dickey has it. He's got Howard with him. He takes a shot. That's going to be blocked in front. Dickey gets it into Howard. He's hit from behind. No call. As Schulman will step in, but went for the big hit and whiffed on that one. But so Labanera steps in. Now he keeps it in. Helen Labanera. He's broken up. As Taunton, they'll move it down, and this will be icing on Taunton as that was a Hail Mary pass. Went off the stick of the Taunton player before the red line.
That's they're just looking for that Hail Mary to just get the puck out of the zone even. You know, it's a tough call, Frank. You know, Taunton coming in here. Different, not really a hockey town, I don't think, Taunton. I don't know. But they've put some teams together. They're a Division III team, I think. They're not 2.
So face off in the Taunton zone. Canton wins it. First unit for Canton out there, Ryan. He's going to turn back. He gives it to Elric. He takes a shot. That just goes wide. And puck's going to go out. Oh, flipped up and hit one of the rafters and goes back to Pellerin. So that'll be a face-off inside the Taunton zone. So, again, first unit for Canton out there. Grady Carr and Doucette on defense. Ryan on the face-off. And Ryan wins that one. He tries to throw it out to Gerson. He just couldn't connect. Taunton able to move it out. That's going to go into center ice. Ryan has it now. Joe Ryan back to Doucette. Doucette into Ryan. Canton trying to make something happen in the Taunton zone. Gersony gets it up to Elric. And he's going to slide it over to Doucette. That's going to go in the middle to Elric. Doucette takes a shot. Oh, had Pellerin down and out. And just couldn't get it on net. Elric now with the puck, trying to get it. Ryan and Grady Carr. So that goes outside the zone. Canton has to clear. Carr has it now. He comes through center ice. Carr is offside as Canton going for the change. And
that's a tough call.
They were trying to get a fresh body out there, and unfortunately, most of the Canton bench is in the Taunton zone, so he put himself offside. So on the face-off here, Washburn's going to win that one, pushes it ahead, but can't control. Liam Conley on the forecheck, and that's going to go into the Canton zone as Young has it. He's going to leave it for Washburn. Over to Kelleher. Goes rink wide with it. Gives it over to Cam Lyons, who throws it in. Goes into the middle. Tries to hit Kelleher there, but just a little behind him. Couldn't get his skate on it. As Canton has to regroup in their own zone. Young has it. He's going to go cross ice He tries to hit Conley just a little out of his reach now. So Canton a little sloppy right now. They trying to move the puck around. Taunton doing a good job kind of clogging up the middle of the ice. Washburn throws it on net, and a good save there by Pellerin as he deflects it into the crowd.
Yeah, Canton's kind of. I think Taunton's just trying to survive to the end of this period, but they're in control. A little sloppy play, this period for Canton. Dump it in, had a bunch of offsides, a couple of turnovers, and it hasn't cost them, but one of them might.
So on the face-off here, second unit for Canton. Howard's going to win that one. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty on Taunton. Not what they wanted, as Brendan Dickey going right for the puck off the face-off as Howard won that one. And we're going to get a tripping call. And we'll see if we can see who that is.
One of their captains. I don't know which one.
And it looks like Valerie is going in. And
No,
yeah.
4. Who's number 4? I think it's
Braden LaChance. So that's LaChance going in the box. So Canton with a big opportunity here. 2:38 left in the second period. 2-minute penalty here. 2-minute power play, I should say. So we'll see Canton see if they can move this puck around. There's Labanara over to Schumann. Back to Labanara. They're going to move it back to Labanara at the point. Over to Schumann. Taunton playing out. Oh, and there's a shot. It just went wide. A one-timer by Elric. So Canton able to keep it in. Over to Labanara. He goes cross ice. He tries to hit Joe Ryan. Ryan gets it back to Schumann. Schumann throws it towards the net. Elric couldn't get a stick on it. Now Labanara has it at the point. Elric over to Schumann. Schumann steps in. Elric covers for him. Schumann has it behind the net. He's broken up, but he gets it over to Gershny. To Ryan. That's going to go back to Labanara at the point. Labanara into Elric. Elric tries to hit Gershny in the middle, just out of his reach. Ryan back to Schumann. Schumann has it. Loses it for a second. Throws it over to Ryan now. And that's going to get kicked out into center ice. Schumann will start out with it again. Teddy Schumann gets it back. Kept in there by Labanara. 38 seconds left on the power play. There's a shot on net. Pellerin with the save. Labanara has it. Goes behind the net to Elric. Gets it right up front to Gershny, and there's a shot to save. I think it hit the defenseman, and he's very, very slow to get up. And there's another shot on net by Schumann, and that's saved by Pellerin. And he's going to tie that up. So that's Canton at the end of this power play. 15 seconds left on the power play, but started to actually move it around and get some shots on net.
Yeah, they moved it around very well, just to get a lot of shots early in the power play. I don't know if Taunton had it covered or just looking for that perfect shot, but they got some shots off the last 40 seconds.
Taunton definitely clogging up the middle. Tough to get a shot on net with that many bodies in front of the goal, but Canton doing a good job moving the puck and creating some lanes to get those shots off. So here's a interception there, but blocked there. Back comes Cullen O'Brien. He takes a shot, and he scores! O'Brien! Is that the hat trick for O'Brien? Holy moly, I'll tell you.
It's going to go right to his head, the hat trick. That's it, Cullen.
Cullen O'Brien with the nice shot from the slot area. Again, not sure if Pellerin was ready for that one. He might have handcuffed him a little bit, but I'll tell you, great shot by O'Brien from the middle slot area, and he made no mistake. Put it right past Pellerin.
You can see when Canton gets some shots off, their quality. It's just a lot of them getting blocked or tipped. Taunton's, just like you said, clogging it up again.
So Canton, with 20 seconds left in this period, throwing it down deep. Grady Carr now has it in his. He throws it back to Doucette. Canton trying to break it out. Washburn trying to throw it down deep. Kelleher on the forecheck. Washburn trying to get it. And that will just about do it in this period. as Canton up 5-0 after 2 periods. And I'll tell you, good period for the Bulldogs. Kind of sloppy at times, but certainly got some shots on net. And good to see that. Good to see them get some shots on net and actually move the puck around. But so that was a hat trick for Cullen O'Brien. So
As
good,
you heard from the
good for
scoring
him.
guru down there, Nick Maffeo.
Absolutely. So Canton well in control of this game at this point, John, and they pretty much can do whatever they want, and they seem to be getting the shots when they want them.
Yeah, they're kind of complacent out there at times. It seems like they move it around, block shot, give away, and then they pick up the pace again. The next shift, next line out says, all right, enough of this. So,
well, we got one more period to go, so Coach Schulman, I'm sure, will remind them that these games are there's 3 15-minute periods, so you got to play until the whistle or the buzzer blows. So we will be right back, hockey fans, with third period action. Stay tuned. And welcome back, hockey fans, here at the Metropolis Rink. Pete DeSisto along with John Marconi, bringing you all the exciting action as the Bulldogs take on the Tigers of Taunton High School. And John, third period, Canton up 5-0. Seems to be well in control of this game. And, again, Hockomock League game and first one for Canton of the year. And you just want to, certainly they want to have a good showing, and so far so good, right?
So a little Kelleher's in the box. Tripping call.
Must have been right at the whistle. They didn't put it up until we came, or the buzzer, I should say. They didn't put it up right until we got in. So, we started the period. So Taunton's got a little bit of a opportunity here. See if they can capitalize on it. Right, we'll leave it for Schumann. Schumann will start out with it. Teddy Schumann, the senior, he gets it up to Ryan. Joe Ryan comes in, top of the circle. He checked from behind, and Pellerin with the save. He's going to leave it for his defenseman there. Varelli gets it up ice. Schumann intercepts that one. Now Ryan comes back. He'll start it out. Gets it over to Labanera. He's going to cycle it down to Schumann. Schumann's going to try and move it over to Labanera. He does. He's going to try and move it out of the zone, but that's kept in by the Taunton defense. And Taunton trying to make something happen here in this with this power play opportunity that they have. They're going to try and move it around the perimeter. Good save by Wright again. Taunton with the puck now. They're going to move it back to the point. LaChance takes it. He takes a shot, and a good stop. Good save there by Matt Wright. I'll tell you, he's right up on top of the crease, made the save, and more importantly, tied up, no rebound.
So Matty Wright coming into the year, I don't know if he played 2 or 3 games last year as the backup goalie because there was 2 seniors, but he stepped up to the plate right here. This is big for him. He really didn't play last year, so he's faced some tough competition already and done very well.
So face-off in the Canton zone. They're going to win that one. And that's going to go over and bounce out into the Taunton zone. So Taunton will start out with it here. Valerie takes it out of his own zone, but he's stopped there by Howard. Howard trying to get that loose puck. Taunton able to get it up into the Canton zone. Grady Carr has it behind his own net. He's checked there. Doucette helping him out. Now Dickey has it. Dickey comes through the center ice zone. He's got O'Brien with him. Gains the line. Throws it over to O'Brien, who's got 3 goals already. O'Brien tries to go through 2 defensemen. Just broken up as he was going for number 4. And Taunton going to dump that puck all the way down. This will not be icing. As they're saying, Doucette could have gotten to it. Howard has it now. Howard throws it. It goes into the Canton zone as Wright makes a nice stop. Puck behind the net. Some bodies flying around there, and back comes Canton. Braden Dickey tries to go around defense. He loses it as Canton getting a change. He was all alone there. And back comes Doucette trying to get that loose puck. Taunton has it behind the net. They're going to slide it back. Cashman has it. He'll throw it in, but that's blocked in front. And back comes Canton. Kelleher has it, but just offside. Looked like Conley just a half a stride over the blue line. And that will be a whistle and a face-off outside the Taunton zone. 11:37 left in this third period.
He's not used to playing forward. He's usually on deep. Probably doesn't have to pay attention to the blue line there.
So face-off just outside the zone. Washburn has it. And that'll be won by Canton. That goes up to Kelleher. Kelleher is broken up. So Canton will have to start out with it again. Morris behind his own net. He's going to move it up to Kelleher. And that'll be thrown around the boards to Canton trying to move it out of their own zone. To again, Taunton clogging up the the middle and the sideboards, doing a good job keeping Canton tied up. Kelleher able to get it now. He's going to chase it. Kelleher behind the net, throws it right out front to Washburn. Oh, and a big save by Pellerin. Oh, point blank. Washburn had it right out in front. What a nice pass from Kelleher. And Pellerin with the nice save. Here we go, Kelleher out front. Oh, gets it over to Conley, who tried to just tip it in, and a good pad save there by Pellerin. So good goaltending there by the Taunton goalie. And Canton with some good opportunities.
This line had their chances out there. At least 2-3 shots on net. And whatever number 7 was there when you were saying, is that
That's Washburn.
Washburn had
yeah.
like 2 point-blank range shots out front, but couldn't bury it.
So on the face-off here is Canton first unit. Ryan's going to win that one. It's going to go into Ryan. He's going to try and get control. Taunton trying to move it out. Right out in front. Ryan has it again. Tried to get it to Elric. And there's a shot. Oh, no, hit the crossbar.
I don't know where that one went, but
I think that went in, John. I'm not. It looked like it went in the net, but referee was right there. And there's a goal there by Gershny, moving the puck around. Joe Ryan gets it over to Gershny on a pass from Elric, and Canton puts Canton up 6-0. I'll tell you, good passing there by the Bulldogs.
you can see when they move the puck around and they get everybody moving, what a difference it makes.
So face-off won by Joe Ryan. Schumann has it. Labanera now will try and start out with it. He goes cross ice to Schumann, just a little ahead of him, but Gershny has it. Nice play by Cam. He throws it right out in front. Tried to hit Elric, just a little bit tied up there. So puck goes back to Schumann. It goes to Gershny. And Ryan has it now. Canton moving around at will. Schumann, he takes a shot. Big save by Pellerin. Elric back to Schumann. Schumann throws it in. Tried to hit Ryan on a one-timer. Ryan has it now. He gets it back to Labanera. Over to Schumann. Schumann steps in. Goes cross ice. Elric fell down. Ryan has it now. Over to Elric. Back to the point. Labanera is going to give it to Elric. He takes a shot. No, he passes to Ryan and tried to get the shot on net, but just went wide. And Taunton, once again, will ice that puck as Canton just all over them at this point.
Too much passing there. Somebody's got to get a shot. Yeah, you heard it from announcer Maffeo, running time now, new MIA rule. I think it's the second year they've had this.
Second, yeah. They did that last year as well. So puck down in the Canton zone. Canton's going to start out with it. And over the line there. Flood throws it towards the net. And now Porter has it. He throws it out in front. And Pellerin with the save. And he ties it up. So 8 minutes left in this third period. Canton up 6-0. Well in control of this this Hockomock League game. Very important to both teams. Obviously, Canton ahead 6-0, so has this game in hand at this point. But still plenty of time left as Taunton will take it back.
Taunton's got four 1-1 coming into the game, so they've played okay. I don't know who the teams they've played. I had them written down somewhere.
So Grady Carr behind the net. He's going to try and get the loose puck. Carr, he'll slide it over to Doucette. He's going to get it up to Flood. And that's going to go into the zone. Thomas has it. He throws it around the net. Thomas, good back check there. Continues on the puck. Canton going to throw it down deep as they're on that good forechecking there. Gould has it. He throws it towards the net. He's broken up there as Canton
Well, that's one of the new guys, 9, I think, that got called up or got a new number. I don't know who that is. Let's see.
Same with 23.
Yeah, yeah.
So back comes Taunton now. 6 minutes left in this game. So Canton's going to try and move it out of their own zone, and they do. And that will. Oh, and there's a shot on net. Nice one-timer there. We're working on getting names here for these.
Yeah, we're
these
working on it.
Couple of numbers that we don't know who the kids are. We apologize for that, but not on the roster. So.
9 and 23, new numbers, not on the original roster. CEO Matt's not here. We can't even send him on a field trip to find out. So he's down there checking on something.
So Canton in there in the Taunton zone. Dickey has it now. He's going to. Canton will start out with it in their own zone. They'll regroup. It's going to go back to Labanara. That's going to get tipped into the zone. Dickey throws it out in front. No one there. Taunton able to pick that loose puck up. Matos throws it up, but Schumann intercepts. So Schumann starts out with it. He brings it out of his own zone, gets it to Howard. Nice backhand to O'Brien. O'Brien takes the shot. He had Dickey breaking towards the net. That's going to go back to Teddy Schumann. It's going to go over to Labanara. He's going to step in, gets to the top of the circle, takes it behind the net. Labanara. That's going to go around the net. Over to Schumann. Schumann has it. Over to Labanara. One-timer tries to get it back to Schumann. That was O'Brien. This will not be icing as it bounced off a Canton player. So Dickey tries to move it out. And back comes O'Brien. He throws it into the Taunton zone. Canton getting a change here. As Taunton trying to gain control. Doucette throws it down deep. Now Washburn has it. Washburn behind the net. He's checked there. As Conley in there too. Washburn now has it. He takes a look. Oh, he tried to feed it to Conley. Just couldn't connect there. And back comes Valerie. He's stopped there by Morris. Checked on the sideboards. As Canton trying to move it out of their own zone. Back comes Taunton. Oh, and there's a goal by Taunton. Finally got one past Matt Wright as Taunton comes in. I'm not sure who scored that one. We'll listen for the announcement, but Taunton comes in. Canton a little bit sloppy in their own zone. Not able to pick up the loose puck and move it out. So
kind of left Matty helpless out
there.
Yeah,
puts Taunton on the board though, 6-1.
Clock still runs though, per rule. Once it hits 6, that's an MIA. So if you want it, well, I don't know if the audience can see the clock. I don't know how they focus on that.
So face-off. So that's Valarelli for Taunton who scored that goal and puts Taunton on the board. First unit for Canton out there. Joe Ryan, Elric, and Gershny.
Yeah, coach is still running all 4 lines. I thought he might have, switched it up a little here, but no, giving the guys some ice time.
Young and Morris on defense, and Joe Ryan tries to take that puck. Ryan has it, tries to throw it in. Back comes Valarelli. Taunton takes a shot on net. Simmons on that shot, steered wide by Wright. Gershny, he's going to get it back to Doucette, and that'll be tipped into the Canton bench. So the faceoff will be in the Canton zone. 2:45 left in the third period. 6-1 Canton. Taunton able to break the shutout there on the goal by Valarelli.
That's the first goal in, I think, 3 games, Pete, they've scored.
So faceoff won by Canton, but it's going to go back to the point. Taunton with the shot. And there's a save by Matty Wright again. Good save there. So Canton finally moving it out. And got a couple of the mystery players out there again, John.
I saw Stevie Mulaney come in with a couple of shirts. And, I probably should have asked him who they were. But That's all. We'll get their names. We'll give you the shout out at the next game. We'll figure out who they are.
At some point, we'll figure it out. So back comes Canton again. There's a big shot and a save by Pellerin. Good stop there, and he directs that to the corner. So Canton has it. Morris takes a shot. Another save by Pellerin. So Canton trying to make something happen in the last couple minutes of the game as Taunton trying to move it out, and they finally do. And this will be icing on Taunton. So the face-off will come back into the Taunton zone. 1:20 left in the game. 6-1 the score. Canton well in control here.
Just looking ahead here while the clock's running, Canton's going to go on the road for the next 3 games. They got a tilt with OA Saturday, Monday in Duxbury, and then the following Wednesday in Foxborough against Foxborough. So
they got a lot of road games this year.
Yeah, it seems that way.
So face-off won by Canton in the Canton zone. In the Taunton zone. Porter behind the net. Flood trying to get that loose puck, but Taunton able to get it out of the zone. And back comes Chase Thomas. He'll backhand it out. So Taunton trying to dump it in. Good save there by Matty Wright. He'll leave it for his defense. And they'll try and move it out, and they do. Flood can't control it as that goes into center ice, and Canton trying to move it in. And they do. They get it down deep into the Taunton zone. Good play there. Good hustle there by Chase Thomas. Able to get it out in front. Tried to hit Porter, but just a little bit out of his reach. Puck on the sideboards. Porter has it now. 5 seconds left. Canton still with the puck in the Taunton zone. And Gould trying to move it out front, and that will do it as the Bulldogs remain undefeated and victorious here tonight at the old barn. And
New Old Barn.
New Old Barn, able to hold on to a 6-1 victory over Taunton.
That's a wrap as you hail this Nick Maffeo, but it was a good. Taunton played better than I thought. There's just not a lot of talent, and Canton's loaded with talent. So, they held their own. They clogged up the middle a lot, tied Canton all up. They still were able to put 6 goals on them, but it was a good game. I'll give Taunton a lot of credit.
So the Canton, I thought, they played better than their competition, but certainly didn't turn on the, they didn't set any records tonight. That's for sure.
No.
I think they knew who they were playing, and that's the danger of Canton being such a good team, and having to play the schedule that they do in the Hockomock, which is we all know it is a weak league. It's not a lot of good teams,
yeah.
and it's equally as hard on the Canton players. Nobody wants to win 6-1, 10-0. Nobody wants to win like that. Nobody wants to play games. You want to have good solid competition, and it's just so it's hard on the players to stay focused, and that's a big thing.
So Canton still has to refresh everyone's memory here. Canton's playing in this Ed Burns tournament. I don't know if it's an invite only, negotiable, but it's the top 8 public high schools per the rankings. You got to apply for it. And Canton's won it twice. They've been in the lower bracket. They were in the upper bracket twice. Won a couple games, but you're playing Hingham, Marshfield, Braintree. I'm trying to think of Reading, Arlington. So there's a lot of competition in that, and it's nice. It's it's every Sunday, the last 3 Sundays going into the tournament. So it's great competition. It's and it's based on your rankings, your power rankings from the MIA. So it's not your schedule, which means your schedule. So
and they need games like that, especially going into the tournament. You need good competitive games, and get your timing right, and playing some good fast hockey, getting ready to go to the tournament. So So we look forward to the Bulldogs playing in that again this year, and we'll bring you as many games as we can here, ladies and gentlemen, leading up to the tournament. And we'll bring you right through the state tournament for both the boys and the girls, and we look forward to it. We always look forward to these games, and you know, it's great being back at the rink and watching these guys, and they're so talented, and Coach Schumann does such a good job. It's you know, with his 350th win this year, quite an accomplishment to him.
Oh, it is.
So.
It is. You know, it's well recognized.
Yeah.
among
So
coaches and
so that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, for us here at the Metropolis Rink. As always, John, we want to thank our cable staff. They do a great job. And as the legend Joe Donnelly always says, greatest cable staff in the world, bar none. They do a great job bringing you these games. They make us sound good. It's unbelievable. They make us look good, and that's a challenge in itself. So we thank them for all their hard work. And, you know, like I said, we're going to bring you as many games as we can here at the Metropolis Rink leading up to the tournament game. So we thank them for all their hard work. So that will do it. For my partner, John Marconi, this is Pete DeSisto with the final score for the final time. Canton 6, Taunton 1. We'll see you all again soon.